My roommate borrowed my car for a date, totaled it, and now her parents are suing me. 3 weeks ago, Hannah took my car keys without asking while I was in the shower. Today, I got served with papers. Her family is suing me for her medical bills because she wasn't on my insurance when she wrapped my car around a tree. I've known Hannah since freshman year. We weren't close, but when both our housing situations fell through last month, we decided to share an apartment. The first week was fine. The second week, I noticed small things. My favorite sweater in her laundry pile. My leftover takeout gone from the fridge, nothing worth fighting about. I had an early shift at the hospital the next morning, so I showered and went to bed by 9. I always leave my keys and ID badge in a dish by the door, hospital policy in case of emergency calls. I woke at midnight to 6 missed calls and a text from an unknown number. Your friend Hannah's been in an accident. She gave us your number, the police officer explained. Hannah had taken my car to meet a Talik date at a bar 30 miles away. On the drive home, she missed a curve and hit a tree. My car was totaled. Hannah had a broken arm, a concussion, and was being treated for multiple lacerations. When I arrived at the hospital, her date was there looking shell-shocked. She told me it was her car, he said. She was definitely drunk. I offered to call an Uber, but she insisted on driving. Hannah was groggy but defensive when I finally saw her. I was going to be back before you woke up, she slurred. It's not a big deal, that's what insurance is for. Except my insurance didn't cover her. When the police report listed her as an unauthorized driver, my coverage only paid for a fraction of my totaled car. I am still making payments on a vehicle that's now scrap metal. I couldn't afford to replace it. I've been taking the bus to my hospital rotations, waking up 2 hours earlier every day. I had to drop one of my shifts because I can't get there on weekends when the bus schedule changes. Hannah moved back with her parents after being released from the hospital. She left owing me $800 in rent and utilities. I assumed that was the end of our relationship until today. The lawsuit claims I was negligent by allowing an impaired person to access my vehicle. They're demanding I pay Hannah's $18,000 in medical bills, plus damages for her pain and suffering, and lost wages from the waitressing job she can't do with a broken arm. Their lawyer's letter states that since my keys were accessible and I had no explicit rule against borrowing the vehicle, I am responsible for the accident and its consequences. My student insurance won't cover legal fees for this. My parents are 2 states away and barely making ends meet themselves. When I called Hannah directly, she seemed surprised I was upset. My parents handle all this stuff, she said. It's just insurance, right? No one expects you to actually pay, but someone will have to pay. And right now that someone is apparently me for the crime of having my property stolen by a roommate who decided my car keys were communal property. I am a second-year nursing student with $67,000 in student loans. I don't have $18,000. I don't even have the $3,000 deductible to replace my car. Some people think borrowing without permission is just a misunderstanding between friends. The legal system calls it something else.